Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. I think we're due for the Marine starring John Cena, but I'm not sure. Yeah, you know what? I don't want you getting any extra hegemony credits by taking those recyclables back to the bottle depot. I think we just buy whatever's most expensive. This guy is selling some real pricey stuff, but it's gotta be choice, it's gotta be high octane, it's gotta be good. Now, what are we doing on this run? Well, we just unlocked the concept of the alpha bullet, so I think that probably we should just focus on getting to the end and killing our past with the alpha bullet, which I believe is just beating the dragon, probably. Beyond that, we also need to, we also need to, get Elevator Man a little bit more progressed, which requires us to have 3 armor. I'm not going to worry so much about accomplishing all of that on the same run. We'll see how things look. I mean, it's possible we could do it all in the same run if we get, like, Gun Knight armor and Gun Knight greaves or something like that. And then we get the old crest, and then we're just, you know, happy to be a part of this. But, we've been making some substantial progress recently, which has been very good for my morale from a Gungeon standpoint, I assure you of that. Alright, use your architecture here to save yourself. Honestly, these guys, Rogue Legacy monsters, not so bad now. Just gotta make sure you're timing that roll relatively properly. I was gonna say, we better be done with that room. And this is the weird one, right? I see myself, and I'm... Wait, there's a chest in here? But where? I got cursed. I broke the mirror and got 7 years of bad luck. I have no idea what just happened. Maybe if you use a blank there, that's the first time I've ever seen that. I may have squandered a good opportunity there, but honestly, I have no idea. What would you have done if you saw a mirror with a chest in it? I have to guess that the consensus first choice in a game called Enter the Gungeon would probably be to shoot it. That's the scientific method at work right there, you know? Somebody's got to drink the white shit that comes out of the cow's udder to figure out what milk is. Potion of Leads, or Potion of Gun Friendship, actually, I think this is pretty good. Whether or not you consider it top tier is a matter of personal preference. I don't know if it's quite double vision level, but it might be worth giving up the ammo drop, even though we're not getting any value out of the ammo drop. If we just give it up right away, it could still be worth it. And I'm also not going to worry too much about making sure that we get to the sewer level, now that I know that the sewer level basically is a financial improvement. Ooh, we got a table tech sight, I think, here. Oh, it worked out. There's our second armor pip there. A little dangerous to take that roll. Actually, that's a very fortuitous get there, because I had a tweet today that was like, hey, don't shit on brown chests that much, which is a sentence that did not come out necessarily the way I wanted to. They said, hey, stop poo-pooing brown chests. That was also pretty bad damage on my part. That's where you can actually get table tech items. So I figured, hey, you know, let's use a key to open a brown chest, and there you go, table tech sight, which I actually think is at least decent. I probably overrate the table tech items a little bit more relative to the norm. Remember, table tech sight is not just slow-mo. It also gives you extra bullets every time you fire when you're in the sight kind of modifier. When you're in the sight phase. I don't know what we'll call it. Sight swimming deserves a table tech sight. Automatic to the people. REM. It was real big back in, like, you know, 94, 95, 96, man. It's not that long ago, you know? It's not that long ago. I was like 8 back then. It's not like those were my glory days. Sure, I'll open a blue chest, and we get the, not the Vertebrae K-47, but Skull Spitter. At the very least, I'm excited to get Skull Spitter so that we can, have a good opportunity to take out this boss easily. Oh, I just broke the water barrel. One of the water barrels, at least. But again, I'm not too worried about the fireplace on this one. I'm mostly just hoping that I can, get an easy, well, as easy as possible dragon kill, I suppose. Alright. I don't think we're going to buy armor, because we need to save it for, like, 2 floors from now. We don't need it immediately. Let's come in here and see what we got. It's going to be the Gatling Gull with 2 blanks, a.k.a. the norm. Because Norm shoots blanks. That's right, Norm, I'm on to you. I should not have gotten that close. Great opportunity to use a blank. How's the Skull Spitter working out? Well, it's not quite, you know, super meat gun territory. Oh, jeez. That doesn't make it bad. It's actually quite good. As you can probably tell right here. Now, this should be the safest time for us to not get hit. Just kind of hoping we got a little bit more leeway there. Oh, that was very lucky on my part, and we got out of this. Now, did you use the ammo drop and then buy Potion of Gun Friendship? We also got the... That's the Frost Giant. I thought that was the Glacier. No, we got the Frost Giant, which I don't think is very good at all, but I'll keep it rather than selling it back. And we flawless the boss, of course. We got our flawless item. Yeah, I think I'll keep it just as a... potentially as a room clearer. Potion of Gun Friendship costs 35, so let's ammo drop in here. And then buy Potion of Gun Friendship. And I think that this is advisable... That's the way we came in. I think that this is advisable, even though I'm, you know, slightly skeptical. I guess we'll use Frost Giant as our room clearer. I did have some tweets that were trying to clarify things for me. They said, hey, just so you know, the Phoenix and the Frost Giant, they do shoot bullets. They're not short-range weapons. True. But it's like, if you got a freaking drag racer, yeah, maybe you can drive it at highway speeds, but you got it to race drags, you know what I mean? So, oh, that was very bad. But I consider this a short-range weapon, even if it does have a little bit of long-range potential, simply because of the fact that you're going to want to use it at short range whenever possible, I guess. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's alright. Life goes on. Try to use Potion of Gun Friendship with a little bit of style here. No such luck thus far. The bullets are actually pretty large, but it's like the freezing cloud that comes out of it that's going to be the real selling point as far as I'm concerned. Also, Frost Giant, many reasons why this is not a super bad gun as opposed to the Phoenix, which I really do not like. I will open this. The Boomerang, that's pretty terrible, I think. Alright, we'll just basically let the rat take that one, unfortunately. It fires really quickly and actually has really high damage throughput, which I think elevates it above the Phoenix, which is just not very good at all, in my opinion, and whenever I get that item, I'm disappointed. One thing's for sure, I'm very glad I didn't sell the Frost Giant back there. I deliberately, or definitely thought about it temporarily, but I'm glad I decided against it. I will say, with one blank, it depends what boss we face, but we may have an okay chance of getting our flawless on this floor. It's a little too early to tell, especially when we've got 0 keys, but we haven't picked up any keys on this floor. That was a terrible dodge. I'm very, very lucky that that worked out. I haven't picked up any keys on this floor, so we should be able to buy one from the shop, which is right over there, but I guess it will require us to find an alternative way around. Dude, you don't want any part of this, I promise you. Oh, jammed enemies, all thanks to... If you're gonna be getting jammed enemies non-stop, you want to get to the point where you got a good benefit for it. We didn't really get a good benefit for it, all I did was shoot the mirror. But I'm sure that the comments will illuminate what I did incorrect in that situation. There's only so many ways you can interact with it. You know, we could either use a blank, or we could roll into it. Okay, well, we are now out of, use your table tech, dog! We're now out of, Frost Giant ammo. I would absolutely be okay to roll with Frost Giant as our room clearer. Shouldn't have picked up that key yet. As our room clearer, if I was lucky enough to get like consistent ammo drops for it, but there are probably better utility weapons, and by probably I mean definitely, because, you know, this isn't my first time playing the game. Bad roll, bad roll. That's alright, we got HP on the ground. Honestly, this run's going real well so far. I still think we got a good chance to flawless the boss. We got 1 key, possibly 2, depending on what our shop has for sale. And I would likely buy them if there are keys for sale, which there are not. Which is basically 100% my own fault for picking up that key when there was no reason to do so. It's still a bad habit, you know? I got it inverted right now. When Isaac drops a consumable, I don't pick it up because I'm too cocky about things. Then when Gungeon drops a consumable, I pick it up right away because I'm anxious about my future chances for success. I gotta invert those if possible. So, no boss that we face, to the best of my knowledge, has tables. So we're pretty much relying on Skull Spitter, Potion of Gun Friendship to carry us here. I think we should at least go until we get enough damage done so that we start with Potion of Gun Friendship. And then hopefully we'll either be done with the boss soon after that first Potion of Gun Friendship is done, or we'll get a second use of it over the course of the fight. Just please no ammo conda. I don't want ammo... My ammo conda... No ammo conda. Nicki Minaj, 2016. I will open a green chest. RPG, I think, is pretty bad. Okay, that's where we would have taken our armor. We are done with the floor. Look, I'm not going to pick up the HP yet. Hopefully, we'll be able to get the HP from this boss fight, and we won't lose any on it. Beholster, Beholster. Yeah, okay. Beholster. We got Potion of Gun Friendship active. We're seeking out enemies. We're making them bleed. The reload time on this is ridiculous. That might have been a Potion of Gun Friendship side effect there. Yeah, it was. Okay, we may need to blank ourselves out of this. Nope, managed to walk, which was pretty lucky for us, I think. As was that, honestly. Oh, just slightly slow in the reaction time. There's no reason, like, there's no excuse for that, basically. If I had just blanked, we would have been totally fine, but I was like, oh, I don't need the blank. We're gonna be fine to figure this out in the future. Now I'm like, you know, just take the damage and save your blank for the chance of finding a secret room of some sort. This was a complete botch. I mean, getting hit 3 times is not that much worse than getting hit once, as long as we're gonna live, in my opinion at least, but, I really, really should not have been hit at all here. Gun Friendship is ready, but we don't need it immediately. Bit of a waste there. Life goes on. What is this? Duct tape. I used it. I don't know what it does. Probably a waste as well. Oh well. We didn't find our secret room yet, right? I'm just gonna check back here. It was not here. We could buy ammo. I don't know. Like, I'm starting to get a little frightened about how this situation looks, you know? The Skull Spitter is fine for bosses. I would be content to use it to kill a Treadnaught, but I just kind of wonder where we go from here. Like, do we buy Where did our Frost Giant go? Did we just connect Oh, that's what duct tape does. It combines 2 guns. So now our Skull Spitter is combined with our Frost Giant. We don't really have a good room clearer, but to be honest with you, the unfinished gun is not a good room clearer either. I'm basically more content to roll with the Marine Sidearm. What would have been sweet is if we actually combined, and I don't know how you choose which weapons to combine. Of course, you're going to say the 2 that are adjacent in your inventory, but you're adjacent on 2 sides. You got one on top, one on bottom, right? But, maybe it's your last 2 used guns. That would also... I don't think that's the way we did it, but... Anyway, it would have been nice to combine the RPG with the Skull Spitter. Get a little bit more damage out of it, and probably minimize the problem of, the RPG having so little ammo. I'm not feeling, very, very confident about this run right now. I don't think it's going horribly. I mean, we do have 4 HP. The Skull Spitter with ammo could be a pretty okay, boss killer. Now that it's combined with the Frost Giant. Just block his bullets, please. Don't care if we wasted a couple of Table Tech sights in there. The whole point is just get in there, distract them, cause problems, and if you get hit, you know? This guy can be annoying, though. Nice dodge on your part. Must be nice to have the greatest AI of all time. No offense, Steven Spielberg, Stanley Kubrick, and Haley Joel Osment. I wonder if he takes damage due to himself being on fire. Well, this... How much did we curse ourselves that we're seeing, like, a jammed enemy every 2 rooms? This is getting a little silly here. And these guys, I don't think I've ever seen a jammed version of them. Oh, you know what? We still need to tuck the Friffle, right? F-Rifle. Because I think we killed the Beholster 3 times now. It's got to be getting fairly close to the end of his quest line, I'm thinking. He started with, like, basic bulletkins, and now we're on, you know, second floor bosses. What's next? Kill the Dragon once? Alright. Good stuff. But unfortunately, that was all for a dead end. But the big seller for us right now is the fact that we have quite a lot of money. Maybe it should be called the big buyer. Either way. The thing with... You know, it's very tempting for me to try to put everything into Isaac terms. Please reload this. So you look at this, you're like, okay, I'm on the 3rd floor. That's roughly the equivalent of, like, the depths, because Gungeon is a little shorter than Isaac is in terms of just number of floors. It's usually longer in terms of the length of each run. And my run kind of sucks. I've gotten 1 HP upgrade. I'm still using, like, my basic gun for some things that I'd really rather not be. But that being said, I don't think we use a blank there. I think we save blanks for the chance to flawless the boss, maybe. At the same time, Gungeon doesn't really work like Isaac in the sense that, you know, there's a lot of, like, run-winning items that can just show up. Like, if we get 1 super meat gun or something, we're totally set. In all likelihood, at least. As long as our HP holds relatively well. And that's all we need. So, we're always only 1 chest away from potentially having a successful run. Now, if we don't get that chest, personal skill is going to be pretty important here, and that's a scary thing for me. Well, they don't appear to be mimics. People are always, well, not always, but sometimes people are like, why don't you get punished for not checking for mimics? Well, you don't always have to shoot them to check for a mimic. Oh, there's a jammed asshole over here. You can see if they're gonna, like, lick their lips when you walk in, and then you just go, okay, that's probably a mimic or a very seductive chest. I think we'll just stick with the basic gun here. This is not my ideal weapon to be rolling with right now. I'm really interested, though, if we can get ammo, and if we get it, we'll probably get it from the shop, but if we can get ammo for the Skull Spitter, I want to see how it and the Frost Giant work together. I mean, I'm assuming that it's probably going to be somewhat subpar from long range, because we're not going to get that, like, immediate frost effect out of it that I'd really like to see, but it does raise some questions about, you know, how we'd like to use the duct tape in the future, because that seems like one of the cooler items I've seen in Gungeon so far, for sure. Got distracted a little bit there while dealing with those assholes. Okay, block that shot, get the table tech going. Man, remember when, like, the 3rd floor was... Sorry, where did that poison come from? Maybe I killed that mushroom accidentally? Remember when, like, the 3rd floor was like, oh, geez, we made the 3rd floor. Now it's like we're styling on the 3rd floor with our starter pistol. I'd really rather not be, but it does happen from time to time. And I know people are going to be like, that's the power of the controller. Yeah, okay. You know, get over it, man. Life's short. Okay, Heart Lunchbox. 91. I think we just buy both of these. HP is really important, especially for someone who's bad at the game like I am. And fairly rare to come by as well, so I feel like picking it up is a very, very smart idea. I had to ask myself, do I really want to use Potion of Gun Friendship on this room? And there you go. I said to myself, very quickly, internally, in my head, how often do you take damage on this room? Approximately every fucking time. So, yeah, let's use Potion of Gun Friendship here. Took a full heart there. We have the HP, I think, that's necessary to overcome this, but, now, we're kind of facing an uncomfortable situation coming up soon, and that is, what the fuck are we gonna do for this boss? If we're fighting the Treadnaught, I'm a little scared of what that means for us from a weapon perspective, because what the hell am I gonna use? We're not gonna use our starter pistol, but we're almost out of Skull Spitter ammo. We don't have a ton of RPG ammo left either, and that's like... The RPG is like not even a very good boss-killing weapon in and of itself. And you go green chest, or green chest? I'm gonna go green chest. Take our HP. Please be a boss killer somehow. That is a book. Book of Chest Anatomy. It gives you better outcomes from destroyed chests. Improves the contents of broken chests. I got a broken chest. Ooh. That's, you know, for all you Surfer Rosa fans out there. 1986, baby, never forget. I was negative 2 years old when that album came out. Okay, now this is a bit of a risk. There will be a chance to get a key from this boss. However, we did just get the Book of Chest Anatomy. I'm hoping that by shooting this chest, it'll give me a chance to get an ammo drop. It's kind of like, it's not really high risk. It's just a little bit of a suboptimal way to do things, except for the fact that we've got this bonus item that could have worked out for us. Now, it did give us another blank, but that's not going to be enough. I would prepare for this to be a long fight, or potentially a very, very short fight if things don't go the way I want them to. Okay, please, Potion of Gun Friendship. You're out. Okay, I understand. We got 29 bullets here. Reload faster. Okay, at least the RPG with Potion of Gun Friendship is pretty potent. I don't think there's any dispute in that. Well, now, the most important thing here is just ensuring that we don't die on this fight. And we really shouldn't. I mean, we've done really well through the first part of it. But we can use our blanks to make sure that we don't die. Ideally so, at least. Now, I'm breaking my own rule to crowd control enemies above all else here, but desperate times call for desperate measures here. It is the nerfed Treadnaught. It's not like this is, you know, the hardest boss fight in video game history anymore. We've already been hit once, so not sweating extra damage too much. We're kind of in do or die territory with respect to needing a gun that does good shit for us right now. Like, if this is a bad drop, I'm gonna be very displeased. It is the brick gun. It's a brick gun. And we did get a key from the boss. God dang it. This shoots out like turtle shells or something? Yeah, this shoots out turtle shells. Take your armor. Oh, I took the ammo for the wrong gun. Okay. I'm breathing again. I'm recognizing that was idiotic. But I'm gonna forgive myself. That's the first step. I'm gonna forgive myself. I'm gonna check for a secret room over here. Dang, son. Where'd you find this? What the hell are we gonna do? I guess we're gonna accept that Potion of Gun Friendship is pretty good with RPG at killing bosses. As a result, I'm gonna be using Turtle Gun for like everything here, but we really should have taken the Skull Spitter ammo. It was a pretty major mistake, you know. I'm not gonna sweep it under the rug. It was a problem. But Turtle Gun, it's possible Turtle Gun is a better boss killer than RPG, but I think it's also like basically 100% confirmed that it's a better room clearer than RPG. Yeah, okay, Turtle Gun seems okay. It also seems fairly ammo efficient, honestly. That might be predominantly because I would like you to just hit again, please. Might be predominantly because I actually used Potion of Gun Friendship with it. We can hit multiple enemies with it, and we can hit multiple enemies multiple times. We really want to be... It's like a weak super meat gun, kind of. It seems like a weak super meat gun. We're still fairly early on in our time with it. But a weak super meat gun still puts it, you know, upper echelon of quality, I think. At least competing for it. There you go. Got him taken out. Watch out for the occultists. The problem is you don't really want to spam your shots because you could be wasting ammo, you know. They get value when they come back around. We have a key. Let's use it. We're kind of desperate. It looks like a chocolate chip cookie. Melted rock. Corpses explode. I don't know, dude. Potion of Gun Friendship. We've gotten a lot of active items here. It's not a bad thing necessarily, except that, you know, I spent money on the first floor on an active item I quite like. You know, if the two options are... I probably should use the corpses explode item, unless it's been eaten already. It has been eaten, okay. At least I get the note. I forgot what I was going to say. In terms of, like, the mental, conceptual framework for a run, I think I much prefer lots of guns, a shitty active item, than lots of active items and a couple of guns. But if we can get through this floor, I'm not saying we got the win, I'm saying we got a chance. I don't believe we've picked up a key on this floor yet, so... definitely try to take advantage of Table Tech's sight as much as possible here. The half heart is actually fairly useful. I'm actually a little... I don't want to get too negative here, but I'm a little skeptical of our chances... oh, it's Laser Beam Skeleton. A little skeptical of our chances on this run if we end up fighting Angry Demon in robes. If we end up fighting Dark Souls boss, I'm very skeptical about our possible chances, simply because of the fact... Please die. Simply because of the fact that that boss, I think, is honestly harder than the Dragon to begin with. And then, you know, we're kind of having a little bit of a suboptimal run here. But this is also, you know, a suboptimal run is a great opportunity to prove your worth, right? To prove your merit as a content creator in the Gungeon field here. How does the... Oh, that's not... he summons jammed enemies. I was like, okay, how are we getting jammed, like, minions here? That's not the way it's supposed to go. We done. Oh, we got ammo, too. We will take it for... You know what? Let's take it for Skull Spitter. We've combined this with another gun. I would really like to see how this works as a potential boss killer with Potion of Gun Friendship active. Oh, this is good stuff right there. Oh, not quite dead. Not quite dead. There we go. We do only have 39 ammo left for this gun, but it happens. Hey, it's like our first NPC in forever. Just fire non-stop. Potion of Gun Friendship plus Table Tech Sight. Fill the screen with turtle shells. That was really good, and actually used surprisingly little ammo. Oh, it's a fairy in a bottle. This is huge if we can find ourselves in a situation where, you know, we're at low HP and possibly otherwise would have died on the next floor, or even on this floor. Now we can fairy in a bottle and set ourselves up with full health. Hopefully, like, my ideal situation here is set ourselves up with full HP to enter the next floor. But whether or not that ends up being possible will, you know, remain to be seen. Much as I hate to say it, I think we're going back to the default pistol here. Temporarily, you know. Some enemies will warrant a little bit of heavier firepower. At least for a second. I only have 6 shots left in that RPG, so I'm a little, trying to be a little cautious with it. Fucking up that one ammo drop was not, like... It shouldn't be a catastrophic mistake, but because ammo's been so hard to come by, it sort of has been so far. And I feel bad about it, because it's a rookie mistake, too. To shoot a gun to test it out, and then be like, okay, I just picked up one fucking turtle shell. Which is value, but not enough to be, you know, excited about. Not enough to absolve me of my mistake. Green chest. There's nothing wrong with that. Continue exploring here. Honestly, considering we're using the basic pistol and have been for just a little while here, I think it's going pretty well. We definitely have not seen all of this floor, but I kind of feel like with the Skull Spitter active and Potion of Gun Friendship, let's put up or shut up. It's statue time. Okay, almost got hit immediately. I did get hit there. Okay, so we're not flawless in the boss here. I'm making, like, some very, very dubious dodges here. We've used half of the ammo in the Skull Spitter already. I guess Potion of Gun Friendship does make you, like, use the bullets. You're not getting free bullets out of it. You're just firing the bullets you have faster. very close to running out of ammo here, but we have taken them down pretty nicely. It's looking fairly likely, in my view, that we can at the very least live to the next floor. Okay, we're straight up empty. At least the RPG does destroy bullets on contact. Just never miss with it, and you don't have any problems. Except for the fact that you only got 3 bullets left in it, of course. That's a big one, apparently. Are we really gonna fight, one of the like the final kill pillar with our starter pistol? It seems like it's actually the only option. Does it matter if we kill them, like, can I start with one at very low HP as a result of, killing the high HP statue first? Never really tried to 4 kings it like that here. This is not your ideal way to handle this, but we do have 3 blanks. So I'm trying to save those just in case we find ourselves in the world's worst situation. One thing's for sure, like, we should not allow ourselves to even have the chance to get hit again. Oh, that was really bad. Good, good, good. Oh my god, I tried to dodge roll through it and I failed. There were some fairly major misplays on that run, but I was trying, man. I mean, we were not very stacked according to our inventory there, but yeah, I fudged that one up a little bit. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. That was our 69th death, apparently. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll try to do better next time.